So let's go ahead and let's take a look at number 1 real quick. And notice their instructions do say solve for the surface area. So we're going to be using the whole formula for these, the pH plus 2b. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to start out just like we did on the cylinders, and we're going to determine what our bases are. Now keep in mind that the base is what's going to be on the bottom and top of the figure. Also keep in mind that there are always going to be two shapes that match each other. So for instance, on this one, my base, it's sitting on this part. Imagine it's sitting on the table. That's a base, and that's a base. And remember, step 1 is we shade our bases so we can determine what they are to make sure we don't make a mistake. Now that we got our bases shaded, we need to find big B, we need to find P, and we need to find H. Now remember, I told you that big B, the formula for it was going to change. Our base is no longer a circle, so we are going to have to use the formula for the area of a base that is a rectangle. And whenever we're trying to find the area of a rectangle, it's just simply length times width. So the length times the width, and it don't matter which one of these you use, but I'm going to say this is the length, and I'm going to say this is my width. So I'm going to length times width, I'm going to say 12 times 6, and that's going to give me the area of the base. So the area of the base is 12 times 6. So that's the area of the base. Now I need the perimeter. Well, the perimeter is going to be all 4 sides. Imagine that you walked around this square. So there's a 12, if there's 12 over here, this is 12 over here. And if this 6 is over here, then this bottom one right here is 6 as well. So the perimeter is going to be 6 plus 6 plus 12 plus 12. You're just adding up all 4 sides. And that's something that you've done in previous grades, so something you're familiar with. So I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, it's 6 plus 6 plus 12 plus 12. And I know that's a whole lot of numbers written down, but that's what the perimeter is. It's all 4 sides added together. Then we need our height. That's the distance up and down between the 2 bases. And notice that right here is 7. So the height is 7. So let's plug all these in. We're going to use our formula pH plus 2b. My perimeter is 6 plus 6 plus 12 plus 12. Now you can add all those up and if you want to separately, but I figure if I'm going to add them anyways, I'm just going to write it out and I'll just add it when I put it in the calculator. So that's my P. Now I just need to put my H, which is my height, because we're going to multiply the perimeter of the base to the height. And that's 7. Then we're going to add it to 2 times, there's my 2, the big B, which is the area of the base. And the area of the base is 12 times 6, because remember we have length times width. So that's going to be 2 times 12 times 6. So now that we have all this put in, I'm going to let my calculator do all the work and give me my final answer. Once again, if you wanted to add these up beforehand, you're perfectly welcome to. But I think if you just put it all down here just like this, I know it looks long written out, but then you can put it in your calculator and it's really simple to calculate. So let's go ahead and put it in our calculator. Alright, so on our calculators, if you're at your menu screen, just go over to calculate, hit enter, and let's go ahead and put everything in. So our P is going to be our perimeter of the base, which is a square, and we're going to have 6 plus 6 plus 12 plus 12. And then we are going to put another set of parentheses because we want to multiply that to our height, which was 7. That's the distance between the 2 bases. And then plus 2 times the area of the base. So 2 times the area of the base, and our base area was 12 times 6 because it's length times width. And now that we got this all put in, we're just going to hit enter. And it gives me an even number of 396. So we don't even have to round on this one. So let's go ahead and go back to it and write our answer down. And that is equal to 396. And these are centimeters, so it's centimeters squared. And there's your answer.